So I want to know, what was the hardest drifting habit that you had to unlearn? Was there anything like that when you made the switch from drifting to, circuit racing?
Yes, in drifting, there's different skills that you use that you don't use in racing. So one of the skills is drifting. You make sure you need to slide the car, but actually in racing, when you slide the car, you're actually slower.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
I always thought drifting and racing are like one.
No.
So it's not true.
Not true.
I always thought like the F1 races when they turn around, oh, that's drifting.
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay,
So
tell me more.
like drifting, you're actually your tail of the car is kicking out. So you purposely kick out the car tires so that you have a nice sliding motion through the corners. Actually, that is actually eating and making more friction on the tires. You're actually wearing out the grip of the tires, and you are, burning the tires even faster. That's why the smoke comes out. So you're actually slowing down the car. But in racing, you want to go even faster every lap. You want to, chase for time. So it's a completely different type of skill.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to V On Air's podcast series, The Whole Story. My name is Natalie Chai, and through this podcast, we'll be speaking to Malaysians of impact and listen to their side of the story. If you're tuning in from the rwgenting.com website, welcome. And if you're strolling around Resorts World Genting while listening to this, we hope you'll share your thoughts with us on our socials at Resorts World Genting. Joining us today is Malaysia motorsport athlete Leona Chin. She's conquered the Macau Grand Prix, bagged double wins ahead of seasoned male drivers in China, and stood on the podium at Sepang before clinching overall victory at the Sepang 1,000 kilometer and the Malaysia Championship Series. Now, beyond the track, she broke the internet with her legendary Fast and Furious nerd prank video. I'm sure you remember that. And she runs her own motorsports events and captains the Castrol eSports Girl team. So, Leona, welcome to the show.
Hi everyone, I'm Leona Chin. Thank you for having me here today.
Oh, thank you for making time. Well, Leona, I think when it comes to you, I think everybody knows you, especially from that viral video. But let's bring it all back to the beginning, right? A female in racing is so rare. So we want to get back to how you actually got into racing.
It all started when I was in high school, and I used to hang out with a bunch of guys, and we actually talk a lot about cars, engines, and we played lots of video games. Yeah, we go to each other's house and play video games, and mostly it's about racing, and we watch car related shows like Top Gear, if you know Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson, and watch Initial D cartoons and all that. So one day when I was learning driving, my friend taught me how to drive a manual car, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I wanted to be more into cars. After that, when I got my driving license, I got more into cars, and convinced my mom to buy a second-hand car for me to use.
Manual.
Yeah, it's a manual car, and that's when actually I met a drift car racer, and he taught me how to learn drifting from him through the very, very funny occurrence. My car had an issue, and my car couldn't start. So
The second-hand car that you got. Okay.
Yeah, so the second-hand car was a Nissan 180 SX, and it's a rear-wheel drive car, so it's possible to drift, but I have no idea how to drift it. So one day when I was in a workshop, I did a spray paint for the car, so the car couldn't start. So I went next door and asked if the workshop knows how to fix the problem. And then it was actually the drift car racer. So he dropped by, and then he spotted my car, and then he was like, is this your car? Do you know how to drift? And I said, no, this is just a car to go to college. And then he's like, do you want to learn how to drift? And then after fixing my car, right? So do you want to learn how to drift? I said, I don't have much money because I'm still a student, and I don't think I can afford learning the drift. Then he said, no worries, I can teach you on the on the it's like a contra thing. So he needed someone to do like boost his team, his drift team, and promote his drift team. And he has run drift events, but he don't know what kind of platform to use. So he asked me if I know how to use a website, do website HTML and all that. And I said I don't know
like
how.
the coding.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I will learn. I will make an effort to learn. And while learning drifting, I was like, I'm really committed, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll learn drifting from you, and I will help you, boost your team's image and like put it on websites and all. So I registered a website for him, and we did website, do HTML, I upload images of his team and everything, and then on Saturday nights and Friday nights, I would go to a big car park. He bring his team over, and we would learn drifting with my car.
Oh my god!
In the middle of the night. And the first I still remember the first time I learned drifting from him. He just put 2 cones on the floor, and then he told someone to put the water on the there's a long pipe, and then he just spray water on the floor, and then he just sat next to me. And then he just showed me how to do it, like hands on. Okay, this is how you do it. Turn the steering, then you just floor the throttle, then you let the steering spin by itself. And then I was like, oh, looks so easy. then
It looks so easy.
Then we swapped places. Then I sat inside. Then that was the first time I ever do the drifting. And then he was so amazed that I could catch it immediately. And then he's like, wow, this girl has skills. So yeah, then after that he said, okay, just keep doing the donuts until the tire bursts.
What is a donut?
That's the donut, which is put a cone in the middle and just keep doing spinning around.
Keep doing like the infinity sign.
Infinity sign is a figure 8, but we do just a donut. Means it's just
round.
around the cone. Like complete the cone until your tire bursts.
Until your tire bursts.
Yeah. That's like maybe 2-3 minutes. Yeah. Just keep doing it.
Oh.
Really, yeah.
So, but you're a student. So then if your tire bursts, you gotta replace tires.
Yeah. So the team had prior to that, that night, he already prepared some spare tires for me. And I learned how to change my own tires that same day. So he said, you do it yourself. Then he told me how to do it. Then I just squat down and started doing my own tires, like fixing my own tires and all. Then he said, okay, now we do the other direction because it's clockwise, and then we do the anti-clockwise. Yeah, so after that, then we learn the donuts. Then after that, he said, okay, now you can try figure 8s. So that's the infinity sign. So that's the difficult part because of the transitioning from the left to the right.
Okay.
That one took some time, but eventually I did it in one night. And just maybe like 2-3 hours of training and resting, like changing tires and all. But he was amazed, and he said, okay, that's a good job, and maybe next week you can start, going for drift events and participating in my events. Then I'm like, okay, that's great.
In just 1 week?
Yeah. Just one.
And you mean
2 nights.
after the 2 nights, he was like, okay,
Intensive.
you're ready to go.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
Yes, because I already know how to drive a manual car, so basically just drive, do the basics, fundamentals of drifting.
How old were you when this happened?
I think was 19 years old.
19. So like exactly the time where you got the car to actually just go to college. Met a guy, a benefactor, right, who just randomly decided to ask you if you wanted to drift. And coincidentally, you loved cars, and it all just worked out for you.
Yeah, it's like there was dots around the floor, and I just connected the dots.
Yeah, but it was also kind of laid out for you. Like, where would I find a guy who would think to ask me if you want to drift? I wouldn't want to drift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I don't know about cars, because when you're hanging out with your friends, it's also not common that a girl loves cars so much that she wants to do all of these things. But everything was just laid out so perfectly for you. It's like you were meant to do this.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. Thinking back about it, yeah, I did feel like somehow everything just was easily placed for me, and then I just had to connected the dots, make make connections through friends and families and all our hard work also, because it's not easy to go through all these things. My mom got the car for me, but also it's through her family. Her aunt, my aunt, which is her sister, is actually have a very close friend who actually stays in Hong Kong, and that lady, she so happened wanted to sell the car, and that was the car that eventually I bought, because she so happened visited me in that car. And I was like, what car is this? And then I started Googling, and it's just really so random.
It's all timing. All perfect timing done for you. Like I said, it's all laid up for you, and it's a drifting car.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Everything is just so on time. But since you've touched on matters of the family, I want to know, when you first told your family and friends that you wanted to pursue drifting, a circuit racing and everything professionally, what was their reaction, and how did you manage all of that?
So my family is very supportive. My mom, she likes sports. So I used to be a 10-pin bowling athlete. And
wow,
yeah.
actually, you do look like a bowler. You do look like someone who plays bowling. Okay.
Yeah. And my sister also is a 10-pin bowling. She represents the country before.
Oh, is she? Okay.
And so my mom is very supportive in terms of sports, and quite competitive. So whenever I go on to bowling at that time, she would be very supportive and bring me to different states and travel. So actually, bringing back to, got one time she brought me to Genting.
Okay.
There was a Genting tournament in it's like a Milo Junior All Star or something in Genting, and I was there to compete. And
oh my god!
And one really funny thing is I brought my younger sister there. She hasn't even started bowling yet. She was quite young, and we had a 2-day 1-night stay there. Then I competed, but I wasn't that good. But I made it into the qualifyings.
Okay.
So we couldn't make it into the next day's qualifying, the Masters. Okay. And then after that, the funny thing is, my younger sister, she made a vow. She said, because I couldn't complete the bowling tournament, she vowed that she'll be better than me, and she would complete everything, and she really did. She's representing the country and everything.
Oh,
so because of that, I truly remembered that she's a very supportive family member, my sister. And she said, if you like me, like I couldn't make it into the finals, she did it, and she surpassed me in the bowling tournaments. So I'm really proud of her. So, and my mom also is very supportive, and so whenever I go into motorsports, they actually come and support me. At first they were a bit skeptical, like racing is dangerous, but I brought them to the track. I showed them that racing, we have our safety gears, our safety helmets, our harness, and also the fireproof items like the fire extinguisher. Our suits are all fire retardant, so it's not fireproof, but it takes some time before it gets burned, so you got enough time to escape from the racing car. And then the roll cages inside the car is actually to protect the driver in case of any accident, like a T-bone, or back behind hit you. And we have a Hans device on our neck to protect us from head and neck restraining system, so that with whiplash from the back, we wouldn't get whiplash for impact if we got side or back impact. So everything is actually very professionally checked through before our races. There's a scrutineering time prior to the actual race to make sure all the car is in good condition, and everybody is in a fair race, so everybody is standard, no cheating this time. So my mom saw it firsthand. I brought her to Sepang and she sees it and she agrees that this is actually a very professional sport, and it's not like we're going racing on the streets or anything. So she actually is very supportive on this. But in drifting wise, I prefer racing in circuit because it's very done well in a safe environment. So for drifting, initially I did the drifting to learn the skills of drifting, but of course at that time drifting is very in a safe environment, but of course it's quite dangerous as well.
Because there's no harness and everything for drifting. It's really just you and the car, is it?
At first, yes. At first, when I started, then once you get into the competitions level, yeah, you have to upgrade your car into the spec that they require, which is the roll cages, and while there is some safety, but it's not as strict as the ones in Sepang circuit. But I still like drifting in the sense that it is very fun, and fun to drive, and attractive in terms of sponsorships. People like to watch the drifting as an entertainment sport. But of course, then when I wanted to go into a more professional sport and get into like championships, that's when I swap my discipline, motorsport discipline, into circuit racing. That's when I started going to endurance racing, circuit racing, and sprint, and all these other races in the tracks.
All right. So of course you had your own, career development as we go, which we will touch on in just a bit. But I'm very curious about. So your mom was very hesitant at first. But she saw how safe the sport was, and that's why she was okay with it. But were your friends all very supportive of your decision as well?
As I grow into motorsports, I joined into different type of groups throughout the period. Yeah, that's when I joined into different groups of friends, and the friends are very supportive, because we are all in passionate into motorsports. So of course they are very helpful, and they want me to grow. Of course there are old friends who have different career lines already. So we also separated, and they already all migrated to different countries already. So we didn't keep in touch anymore.
Understand. But like all these different categories, no matter what kind of racing that has to do with a car, in this industry, it's very male dominated, meaning there's actually a lot of males in the scene. So is there a barrier that you had to break through in order to be in the scene, or it was just a very seamless entrance for you?
To me, there's a mix also. I had made some friends that are really truly supportive, and they help me to change tires. They will find ways and means to get sponsorship for me, and also I get a lot of support from friends like do you need this part, and then I'll source it for you. This type of friends. And then there's the other type of friends that they trying to be skeptical, and then they say, no, this is actually not suitable. Why don't you just find a normal decent job? You're
like a female job.
Yeah, normally teacher or something.
A teacher,
accountant, stuff like that. And this is a very dangerous sport. Why don't you go do something else, because I don't see any future. I don't see any future for you.
They think it's just a hype that you want to do, and then
yeah, that's true. Then I just I listen a bit, and also I just keep it one side, and I just go through with what I already planted my seeds all over already. I know I already went into all kinds of motorsports, and since drifting, and then I said I had like a plan that I wanted to try all kinds of motorsports, not just drifting. Then I I went into different disciplines. So there's the time attack, and then there's all these things. So then that's why when I look back and I say, oh, my friends actually, they tell me all those cold shoulder, throw cold water at you. But I think it's just a good way to step up and, prove them wrong and say, oh, hey, I really did do so many type of motorsports, even though you asked me, you couldn't do a normal day-to-day job and all that. So I feel I did accomplish so much things throughout these 20 years.
On your own, and it's not a path that has been paved for you. You had to go through the route yourself as, I think one of the first female drifters in beginning, at least the ones that we all know in public. So it's not a very well-known path that females typically take.
Yes.
But the fact that you did that, even though there wasn't a lot of inspiration locally, I think that's very admirable.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So Leona, you spent your first decade, right? I think mastering the art of drifting, sliding the car sideways, like you said. It's very interesting. But now you're, taking up speed. You're winning in circuit racing. So where it's all about very, smooth, precise lines, it's a very different vibe, I think. So I want to know, what was the hardest drifting habit that you had to unlearn? Was there anything like that when you made the switch from drifting to, circuit racing?
Yes, in drifting, there's different skills that you use that you don't use in racing. So one of the skills is to drifting. You make sure you need to slide the car, but actually in racing, when you slide the car, you're actually slower.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
I always thought drifting and racing are like one.
No.
So it's not true.
Not true.
I always thought the F1 races, when they turn around, oh, that's drifting.
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay, tell me more.
Like drifting, you're actually your tail of the car is kicking out. So you purposely kick out the car tires so that you have a nice sliding motion through the corners. Actually, that is actually eating and making more friction on the tires. You're actually wearing out the grip of the tires, and you are, burning the tires even faster. That's why the smoke comes out. So you're actually slowing down the car. But in racing, you want to go even faster. Every lap, you want to, chase for time. So it's a completely different type of skill.
Understand.
So in race, to unlearn something, which is to avoid sliding in racing. So every corner I have to take a very precise braking point. Moving my steering wheel, you have to be very precise when you're turning the corners in a racing in Sepang. So everything is very different when you're a drifter and you're a racer. So I had to unlearn a lot of things. So in my mind, it's like a switch off. It's switches. So if I'm doing drifting today, I have to switch off all the things that I learned in racing.
Circuit racing.
Yeah. So I had to compromise this. So eventually, I had to give up on drifting. If I wanted to go into this different discipline, so I had to focus on just racing, because it will actually affect my lap times if I keep doing sliding.
Oh, because it would be in your body, there will be habits.
Yes, muscle memory and all that. So yeah, it takes some time to unlearn and relearn. So for me, actually, I'm quite fastly adaptable. So I take maybe a few laps to learn how the car reacts, because throughout these 20 years, I try different type of cars. So I'm not just a front wheel drive, front engine person, or I'm not a rear wheel drive, front engine person. I would hop into any type of car, and then I would just try to throw the car in the drift car, if it's a drift car. But in racing, if you try to drift the car, it's a bit more difficult due to the settings of the car as well. So you have to learn all types of type of cars. You have to adapt to different type of cars. So when I went fully into racing, I rarely touch drift cars, because it's like different type of discipline. So yeah, that's why when I go into racing, I learned the front wheel drive cars like the Honda Civics, the Suzuki Swift are all front wheel drive cars. Then sometimes when I hop into in China, I had no choice. I had to drive in different type of racing races. So there's a BMW 2 Series. It's a rear wheel drive car. Although it's driftable, but in racing, the more you drift, the more slow you get. So I tried my best to avoid drifting in the race, so that I can get a lap time. And then weather also it makes a difference. So the if it's raining, then yeah, you can utilize a bit of drifting to counter react when your car's
like make
sliding.
use of the slipperies.
Yes. Then if your car's oversteering, yeah, you just straight away counter back and quickly, so that you can go as fast as possible to the next corner. So it's a very different type of skill when you're in drifting and in racing. You need to unlearn and relearn everything.
I understand. So talking about learning, unlearn and relearn, like you said, you gotta really manage. You use a lot of your hands to do this, right? For sure.
Yeah.
Now suddenly I just feel like, do you have to do any training to do this? What kind of training do you go through?
So like example, Macau GP.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a totally new track to us and to me, and also it's rarely open to public to race, because only during Macau GP you get to race on the track, because it's a street circuit and no one else can drive it like in the exact road, unless you're a local and then you drive that road like every day. But for me, I'm new there and very fresh, very green on this. So I use the simulator to memorize the track through muscle memory, and we try to get the
exact same.
Yeah, almost the same.
Okay.
In terms of the corners, because the person who developed the track, I think he used a camera, used laser and everything to make it as close as possible to the real life track. And even the elevation and everything. And then I use the simulator as close as a real car as possible. So you're using high-end items like the steering wheel. I use a direct drive wheelbase. I use a pedal that is a high-end one, so that it can mimic the kind of feeling you get in when you're racing a Porsche, because I drove a Porsche and GT4 Cayman. So that car is a mid-engine. So it's a different kind of feeling as well, and it's a rear-wheel drive. So I didn't want the car to slide out, and I managed to go through the Macau GP. I didn't hit the wall. It's a very completely important kind of achievement for me, because once you touch the wall, you're gone, because the wall is like really near you and the road is really narrow.
Oh my god! So people must be like shocked. Wait, Leona hasn't even driven this track yet, but she's so smooth with the track.
Yeah, so it really helped. Machines like the technology right now, it really helped in memorizing the track in muscle memory.
Okay, I want to ask you, I don't know if this sounds like a stupid question, but like you said, you change the steering and make sure that you simulate the pedals, everything to be closest to the car. Is this something, just a button you put in the system and then it changes the hardness of how it feels, or you actually have to buy the exact pedal, the exact steering wheel?
Oh no,
for the
not
simulator?
necessary.
It's like you just change the settings in the program, is it?
Yeah.
Then they can make it
force feedback.
like
There's a setting in the game where you can select the sensitivity of the steering wheel. You can set the steering ratio. So maybe the steering for F1 car and a Porsche car is different. So in the game, you can actually set the ratio. So,
wow, technology.
Yeah. The brake sensitivity, the acceleration, everything
So
can
you
be
just
done.
need to find like sensitivity of the cars and everything, and then just simulate it in the system.
Yes.
And that's how you can come closest to what it is. But it's never 100% the same, right?
It's
because
never
now you're on the
100%,
railroads and stuff like that.
So after experiencing simulator and real life driving in the Porsche, of course there is a difference, which is the G-force.
Okay.
The weather changes, the tarmac condition is different, and like in the game, I could go really near to the wall, no problem. But when in real life, that 1 meter mistake near the wall, you're gonna go gone
Yeah.
GG. So yeah, we break earlier, obviously, because you don't want there's no restart button in the real life. And also the bumpiness on the track is really different on real life. And also there's sand.
Which is different every day.
Yes. So I, instead of keeping too far left on the straights, everybody, I see all the other racers, they are going in the middle, and then I also follow because they are the local there. So I just follow their way of driving. Although in the game, you want the fastest lap, you go to the far left. But in real life, you see all the pros, they're not going to the left. They know. So I just follow. Then I managed to avoid a lot of crashes that day.
Wow. So it's really a lot of adaptation, and I think because after speaking to you for a bit, I think you are someone who adapts really well to new environments, and you really shift your brain quite quick to make important decisions at the right time. So I think that's what really made you go through that, successfully. Congratulations. I think it sounds like a super great achievement, actually.
Oh, yes.
Wow. And now we want to talk about that grueling 12 hours of Sepang race. Leona, you were the only female driver on the grid, not just in your team, but on the whole grid, right? So I want to ask, how does your mental state evolve from each hour, from 1 hour to the 12 hour, especially with your team, I would say it's under such a brutal endurance environment. Like you have to be so endurant of such high pressure. What is your mental state like in such races?
Having the chance to race in this type of endurance race is really a great chance, like a great, I appreciate it because it's very hard to get into this type of races, especially as a lady. It's very rare to find ladies into this sport, and getting a chance to race in this was very difficult because in terms of budget wise, it's actually quite costly because not many race teams have this possibility to race in this. So I got a chance to last minute offer to sit in this kind of this team, and they had a slot, and I looked for sponsors, very last minute, call up a lot of friends and managed to get a last minute sponsorship. So I didn't want to waste any chance, and we pulled an all-nighter and we did the sponsorship stickers and everything just for the car to make it onto the grid. So the feeling was a bit tiring, but I didn't want to waste any more precious moment then. So my mental state was just do as best as possible for my qualifying, and also get the good results on that day. So it didn't matter like the who my teammates were, because it was very last minute, and I knew that the races that I was paired with is really good races. They've been competing in different PCCA races. So for me, it's a stepping stone that I really wanted to go into GT race. So it was something I really appreciate to get that chance. And having to drive that Porsche is really a great proud moment for me. So I did my best. The car had a little bit of a difficulty because the car had so many buttons in the steering wheel. I couldn't understand everything. So I was trying to figure out how to set the traction
so it's
control.
common that we don't always automatically understand buttons on in a car.
Yeah, especially
even for yourself.
Yeah, GT3 cars or GT cars there's lots of buttons on the steering wheel to set up the car, and in simulator everything's set up for you. You just hop in and all that. But in real life, you're bombarded with all the lights in front of you. There's a big screen, and you have to focus on the road in front of you and the other drivers beside you. So it's really different, and to actually match the timing of my other partners, it was difficult because they are really fast drivers as well. So my goal was at that day was just to be as fast as the drivers in my team. Because they're driving the same car, so I had to match their time. But of course, they are men, and they have been racing in this Porsche car the whole season, and I was just suddenly hop in. So of course,
You're like a addition, so like you also needed time to adapt.
yeah.
It's always adapt first, then perform, right? So, but you're still in adapting stage at that point.
Yeah, and then the weather wasn't good as well. So I had so many challenges during that race. But eventually, completing the 12 hour, it was a sigh of relief, and I was super happy.
And a new challenge that you've achieved again.
Yeah. So standing on the
crazy.
podium, I was super happy about it.
Wow, and like I bet because there are other teams doing that as well, right? So to see a female up there on the podium, I just feel like if I were you, I would be so proud of myself actually. Because guys,
Yeah.
you lost to a girl. I'm not saying that it's different, but like I'm not saying that girls won't drive as good, but I just feel like it's something that is so powerful to show the society now that it really doesn't matter. It's really about your adaptability. It's about how well you can change according to your environment.
Yes.
And you did it.
Yeah, and I told myself never to give up. You've already been through so many things already. So yeah.
Why let this stop you?
Yeah. So just keep going.
Which brings me to our next conversation, because I know that in the 2026 Lotus Cup China in Sepang, you did something phenomenal. Leona here pulled off a double podium on worn tires and a failing ABS braking system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going at 200 kilometers per hour or something like that.
180, 100,
right?
90, yeah.
But worn tires, a failing braking system, how did you even do all of those things? I don't even know that a car can continue going on with worn tires and a failing braking system. I got to repeat this so much because it blows my mind. So how do you stay calm, and how did you actually do that?
It's through experience, because I have a lot of driving experience and I know car control. So obviously, so that the way to drive the car, you need to know that it's an endurance race, like it's a 1 hour race. So you need to nurture the car. You need to make sure that the tires, even though the tires are gone, you still have to take the corner and try to pull the steering wheel back. So I use a lot of hand strength while I was driving the Lotus. Although the first few laps was really good, the car performed. But
also, the tires were all fine and everything, but as you drive, it just gets worn out.
Because of the brake problem, made the tires even worse. So every time I press the brake, the tires keep blocking up, and then the tires keep becoming worse and worse. Yeah. So
and the other cars weren't going through the same problem because they didn't have a braking, because every car is unique.
We didn't even know that the car had a brake problem. Only after post-mortem, we couldn't. We keep comparing with other teams. I said, why their tires are fine?
Yeah.
We went to every team and see what's wrong with my tires. Why is my tires having this issue? So it could be maybe too much tire pressure or something. But then when we check back on the data logger, then the guy and the engineer guy said, something's wrong with your ABS. Maybe you should check it. Maybe the sensor, something wrong. So then, so apparently after the checking, then we say, it's actually there's something wrong with the ABS. So
But when you say something was wrong with the ABS, what was wrong with it? It couldn't brake, or it's not as sensitive? What's wrong with it?
I think it couldn't have that anti-lock braking. So I had to brake my own. I had to be the anti-lock braking. So whenever the car had to brake hard, I had to brake harder and make sure it doesn't lock. So you have to be very precise on the braking pedal, so that you brake hard, but you don't brake until it locks.
So now it is really down to skills, because it's not that the car cannot brake, but you need to manually do it, whereas every other driver on the track that was doing the same race, they had help with tech.
Yes. They could, go through the corner, or they had braking, they could do it braking
Understand.
later or something. So I had to do it manually, and eventually, do also team strategy, and we had pit stop and everything. So we had refueling. We did gain some time in the pit stop. So as in gain some advantage, we had a short pit stop, and so eventually we did a good pit stop, and then we gained a lot of places in front, and
Double podium.
that's how we got into the podiums.
Yeah.
And
That's so crazy.
Yeah, other cars, maybe their tires couldn't last, or they calculated their fuel different incorrectly, so they had some penalties.
Well, I would say it's because of those obstacles that you had that everybody was even on edge, even like more sensitive about time, and that's how you just went through all of that.
Yes.
Oh my god! And that's why they say pressure sometimes it doesn't crack you too much. It really brings you forward.
Yeah.
Pressure is good at certain times. So how do you stay calm again? You just knew what to do. Just use your skills, your experience, Leona. You can handle this.
Yes.
Do you talk to yourself when you drive?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, really? Like out loud or in your head?
Out loud. Sometimes I shout, but I know that sometimes there's radio, so I cannot shout the song.
Oh, okay. But if you don't turn on the radio, they can still hear you?
It's forever on.
Oh no!
It's like on call the whole time.
I see.
So we have to control. Sometimes when you can't control, of course you shout out. Like you have to brake, means I would shout out, brake out, tell myself to brake harder or something.
Oh.
Yeah, because sometimes like in Macau, my right foot couldn't do enough braking. No, my left foot strength couldn't do that braking, although I needed to stop as much as possible. And no choice. I used two legs to brake. I stomped on two legs. Yeah, just to take that corner, because if not, I'm going to hit the wall. Or at that moment, I was trying to overtake a McLaren on my left. So I wanted to do a maneuver, which is to overbrake. It means I'm in inside. So I couldn't brake as hard as him, so I had to use two legs and stomp the brakes, and then I take the corner and I overtook him. So I was like,
I didn't even
no choice.
know that you had to. I didn't know weight of braking also changes the way the car. I mean, because we have an auto car, so like it's the same sort of thing. I didn't think that stomping on it really makes a difference. Wow,
in racing is different.
We learn new things every day, but. We want to learn even more new things about you, because right now we've come to the segment where we get our guests to share 3 personal items of theirs, to share a very personal story of their past, or their childhood, or anything that has contributed to their journey to who they are today. So Leona, I believe you've brought 3 different items. Shall we look at your first item?
This one is the big trophy.
Wow, this one you cannot even hide. Like the moment you walked in the door, I was like, Leona.
Okay.
All right, tell us about this cup, this trophy.
This trophy is a race, full season in China, and also the different locations. I went to China, Thailand, Korea, and then back to China again for this. And I raced in this race. It's called the Renault Clio Cup China Series, and it was one of the toughest races for me, because it's
even up till today.
Yeah, one of the toughest. One make race, and it is everybody has the same model cars, and that time finding budget to race overseas is really difficult. So I managed to get a sponsorship from Web TV Asia, which was one of my main sponsors, and they sponsored me to race the full season on only a certain budget. So if I had damages, I would have to pay on my own. So it's a bit on a very tight budget. So during my races, the first race I went is in Zhuhai, and then the story is because it's the first time I race in China, so actual race in China. So the people there, they were a bit skeptical. They heard of my name, but they never knew how fast I was. So when I got there and then I did a good qualifying lap, then they were a bit shocked. And the guys who were in the race told me that later when at the grid, right, you move one side so we can overtake you. They said that to me.
Oh my goodness!
So I like, what? Really? No, that I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So I just keep going and then keep racing. Then I actually got a penalty. I don't know what's the reason.
Even till today, you don't know what was
the
reason.
Yeah, it means we try to figure out.
But don't they tell you why you got a penalty?
They said it's a jump start, but I didn't jump start or anything. But they just claimed that I jump start, so they gave me a 30-second penalty, and I'm like, okay lah, maybe it's a welcome message. So I just accept it. But
that's
I
a very positive mindset. Okay.
So a bit upset, but never mind. We just continue, and then I keep getting podium lah. Sometimes I win, sometimes I get number 2 or number 3 lor. So eventually I got the first runner up, which is second place, and I felt very happy. Although I wanted to get a championship, but of course it's difficult. I was most of the time I was the only girl there racing. There was one race I raced in Thailand. That was the most difficult one. So the weather was bad, and then the tires were wore out very fast. So I couldn't get a podium then I was crying a lot, because I think
used to getting podium already, this girl.
Maybe the other team drivers lah, they know I'm chasing for championship point. So they bring in extra drivers just to deter me from getting championship points. So I was a bit upset then.
Wow, but that's also a compliment. Like, you're making moves to make sure I don't get. You're sending people onto the grid so that I don't get my championship points.
Yeah, so it really happens in like you watch it in F1 or you watch it in races. It really happened to me. So it's something. I look back and then I feel like I went through a lot through this, and then also getting the international license for me was difficult lah. At that time, I wanted to race in China. So previously, I wanted to race. They asked me to in order to get an international license, you have to race a certain number of national races. Then only you can get your international license. So I didn't have enough. So I had to spend more money to get the license, to get the numbers of national races, just to then when the time I already achieved the national license numbers at that time, the minimum lah, then I applied and they didn't want to give me the license. Then
reason.
I don't know what's the reason. I don't want to say. I don't know why. Okay. So just try to ask many people, can you give me the license? Then they don't want. Then I don't know how lah. Through a lot of friends, then managed to get my international license. Then I could race internationally. But other people, then I feel like it's unfair. How come this person, they can get it so easily and race overseas? And I feel like it's unfair for me lah. So I made a video about it, and I was very upset at that time. But after that, then a lot of supporters watch my video and then they give me a lot of encouragement. So I feel like, okay, I can continue racing some more, because I feel like very down at that time. So then I watch back all my video, and then I get back my momentum, then I continue racing.
Oh wow, actually it's really not been an easy journey. Like, I think other people may be thinking, oh, Leona, maybe just another female who trying to like pretend like she can drift, but just trying to be as if she's all that. But actually you do go through so many different obstacles to put yourself out there as a female driver. And these are the obstacles that real drivers are also facing, I think, up till today. But thankfully you have a bigger voice and you can voice out a lot more. So this truly is like a quite a good sign that that reminds you about your past?
I show you my other
The
thing.
second one, yes.
Yeah. This helmet got stolen from my car.
Huh?
This helmet I put in my car, my 180SX.
Okay.
And someone broke my window and then stole this helmet.
Stole it.
Stole it.
Okay, why is it still with you?
Then one day, 1 year later, somebody found it on the side of the road and took photo of it. So it has scratches.
Okay.
And then the funny thing is, he posted on Facebook and he asked, who's the owner of this? And then somebody contacted him and then somehow
It came back to you.
it came back to me. My friend collected it and then sent it back to me.
But how do they know it's yours?
Because of the color.
Oh, and there's a name.
Yeah. So this is the helmet I left in the car because I thought no one would steal it.
But it got stolen
It got stolen.
for a year,
Yes.
and one day it was on the side of the road.
Yes. On the side of the road, some motorbike cyclists picked it up on the road and took a photo and posted it on social media. And yeah, I found it back again.
How did it even come back to you? Things that belongs to
Yeah.
you will come back to
So
you.
this
man.
is really a show and tell. So this is one of my first race helmets. I represented Red Bull in endurance racing. So I used this helmet. Then I put a turtle because I like to show that slow and steady win the race. So I'm the turtle.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, okay.
So at that time I was like, I don't care, I'm slow or what, but I will win the race.
Oh, I thought you put a turtle there because it represents safety.
No.
Like, because turtles got like a hard shell. Then like, you know, I'm gonna put like a nice omen on my head. Oh, but because it's slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah. So
Got
then,
it.
like the third item is my latest helmet. So you can see the difference. I prefer pink color, my favorite color. So this is my latest helmet.
Yes, you are very pinkish personality, I feel.
Yeah, I like pink and blue.
Why did you choose? How did you end up choosing this one for? And this is your current one.
This is my current one. So in racing, we got the communication set and also a water hose here.
Okay.
So that we can drink when we're racing.
Oh my god, that's which brings me to the question. So what if you want to pee? I never asked a actual
We actually
racing driver.
sweat a lot. So
you
we
don't actually
don't
always
have-
want to pee. Oh.
don't have the urge. But maybe in the start of the race, you will have that
Kanchang want to pee lah.
But then
because
you
you
will
sweat
just-
so much,
yeah.
you don't actually typically normally want to pee.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I always wonder like, oh my god.
F1 drivers, they have wear Pampers.
Okay, it
But
makes sense.
not me.
Makes sense. And water, where does it connect to?
The water connects to here. Then there's a hose inside here. I took it out lah, but then you connect it here. And then it connects to a water bottle, like a water bottle. Then you put
like
the water bottle.
it's actually like a pipe,
hose.
like your mic like that.
Then the hose goes
The hose goes
to a water bottle, and the
But
bottle
not a lot of
goes-
water also, right? Because it's weight also.
Yes, yeah, just enough for just to make you not so thirsty, because
see.
it will
You
affect
do-
your mental state. So having what normally I don't drink water. Sometimes I drink salted isotonic drinks
I
inside.
see.
Yeah.
Wait. So the thing is already in your mouth, or you have to use your hands to put the straw in your mouth?
On the straights, when you have time, you just put the straw back into your mouth to sip a bit lah.
I see.
But most of the time, I got no time to. I'm so busy
Because
racing.
you're so busy and
Yeah.
it's adrenaline, you don't
Yeah.
think so much about
True.
it.
Then only emergency only drink.
Understand. Okay, before we end the show and tell us like one random fact that you think a lot of people won't know. Like when you're racing, right? What is like a random fact that you can share with us?
Random fact.
I don't know. Okay, like things like drinking to me is a random fact.
Okay.
Like F1 drivers wear Pampers, or maybe that's a random fact. Just
okay.
something that we may not know.
When we want to pit, we will say box.
Oh, okay. That one I learned from Formula One.
Yeah.
Okay, box.
If we would, yeah.
Can
box.
no, I mean people may not know. People who don't watch the race, box. It will sound like why is it in a box? But it's because you.
Because the pit there, we actually draw a box. So
Oh,
you put it with
okay,
box.
got it. All right. So for those of you who don't watch racing, before they stop, they will always say box. So if you're watching a race for the first time, then you know what that means.
Yeah.
Right? So Leona, as one of the most prominent, Malaysian female drivers today, racers, what is the biggest barrier that you think young Malaysian female drivers face today when they're trying to come into the sport?
As a female driver myself, I get people talking to me like they mansplaining to you stuff, then you get a bit upset. Like I know
Like,
that.
yeah, you just talked about how a guy was like, can you just let us pass, go to the side and let us go,
Yeah.
race past you? That's one thing. But, what people trying to mansplain what kind of things to you?
Blinker fluid.
What is that? Now you gotta mansplain that to me.
Yeah, so sometimes the men, the guys, they will try to trick you into telling you that your blinker needs fluid to wash. Then they would tell you that statement,
that
blinker
kind of thing.
fluid, you need
Oh,
blinker fluid or something.
understand.
But actually it doesn't exist.
Oh.
So they would make that type of funny jokes to tell you off, like you don't know what you're talking about, and they're trying to teach you in a certain way.
So they create something that doesn't exist and make you feel like you don't know this and you
Yeah.
don't know that. And then you're like, oh wait, what is it?
Yeah,
But
no, I feel
least-
that is a bit off to me lah.
yeah, of course it's not the right thing to do. So, but of course now that you know cars so well, you'll be like, that doesn't exist. Like, just stop. Right?
That's true.
Because I think I've seen a video of you. I think it's also your one of your viral videos where you're just trying to pretend to be like a timid girl, and then there's this guy who's also trying to like explain a lot of stuff to you. I would assume that is also the real life scenario that you face every day, females face every day. So what is your advice to that though, like to them, to female drivers who go through that?
You cannot deny that the guys will always make you feel inferior. So you just have to, for me lah, I would just keep quiet, but I would prove it in a different way. Like the blinker fluid story. Then you know that something like quiet make you quiet. Then you study more, you learn more, and then you understand more about the car that you're gonna race or something, so that you will not look stupid in front of them.
Basically, study more, expose yourself to more things,
Yes.
and really equip yourself with more knowledge
Yes.
in order to survive in
Yes.
this industry, right? And I
Yes.
suppose that's what you did for yourself too. A lot of studying, but also a lot of curiosity, I think.
Yeah.
That's why that's what made you ask more questions, and that's what made you get to know more things as well.
Yeah, I would maybe take it as a joke, and then just ha ha ha, and then can you tell me more about stuff that I wouldn't know, and then they would just tell you.
That's so crazy that they can even think about new things to say. Like, yeah. Anyway, so basically, just equip yourself with more
Yeah, so
research and
so
knowledge.
for the ladies, then I think having a guy friend would be good, is in they can guide you, they can teach you, because nowadays you are attending like a go-kart like that. There's a lot of ladies there as well playing go-kart. You can make friends with the ladies group, and then get your own community there, instead of with guys who kind of throw shade on you.
Build your own community.
Yes. So of course you can contact me. I'm a very open with open hands. You can ask me any question. I will help you and teach you regarding car related things.
Yeah, which brings me to the fact that you're currently like leading a 2026, esports girls team, backed by Castrol. So, I want to ask, how much does, now because you're doing, this is a modern simulator racing, right? So, like I said, which brings us to the fact that you are actually leading like an all-girls esports team backed by Castrol, right? So, two questions I want to ask. How does modern simulation racing translate to real life racing for them, as well as girl races? Is there a chance that they would go further than simulator racing? And what is your goal for this girls team?
In simulator, there's many type of games, and so for the ladies, we want them to go to race the simulator as real as possible. So our team have gathered some sponsors, a little bit of sponsors, so that we can get the equipment that is as close as possible to real life. The esports team is actually powered by Castrol, Castrol racing team, and the ladies, we have handpicked a few ladies throughout the few years I've been going into simulator. I saw a few ladies that I feel like they have some potential, and so they are young and they need some guidance. So that's why I offered them, do you want to join our team so that we can you can nurture you all so that you can go into different type of races in future. So the esports team actually right now got around 5 girls. One extra girl that we are still nurturing, but these girls, they join different type of races, esport races, like there's a upcoming Porsche race, and then there's the race room esports race. So different girls have different type of liking to different platforms. So we will encourage them to join whichever they are comfortable with, so that they can grow into that sport. So for myself, I would always support them, what kind of training they need, or if they need some certain training, then we will hire a coach so that they can learn faster. So this is what I give to the team.
Oh wow, so it's really a lot of guidance from the really setting up platforms or situations that really fit their strengths.
Yeah, their
you would
niche.
say.
Yeah, so like some of them are good in GT7, so of course we want them to grow into their favorite type of
And
sport.
you identify that as you're putting on different simulator races.
Yeah. So, but also we expose them to different other races also. Like let's say it's a team event. Of course, we got not enough girls. Means the event need 4 girls. So there are only 3 that is interested into that game. Of course, we need a 4th girl. So we just pull them in so that she can be exposed into that race room system as well. So different systems, different way of driving. So they have to adapt also. So throwing them into different type of simulators also is a good thing. They can learn fast.
Oh, that's a very good point. Really just throwing them into even environments that they are not very comfortable with or not very good at. You just throw them in, and then you just learn more skills from them. Which
from
is how
each other girls also will give them feedback so that like I throw them into the race room one, this endurance, so they have to switch drivers, right? So then they have to learn from the other 3 how they drive and all that, because maybe their way of driving is they think they are the fastest. But once they reach together 4 girls, then they have to learn the same skill. That one faster by 0.5 seconds. Why? Then she have to stand there and study how the other girl drive off. So that's important.
But it's so good to have you there though. Like it's so good that like I can just, if I have no ego, because sometimes we have ego, but like if you have no ego and you're willing to ask, I just find that like, so why do you think I was slower by 0.3 seconds? I don't know how to see. So then you will be there to oh, maybe because of this, right? Oh, so nice. Like if I'm in industry and I had like a role model to look up to, like yourself, then it's I think it makes things so easy. But you just have to put down your ego and ask questions and try.
That's
right?
true. Yes,
agree. Be ready to fail. Be ready to like not always be the fastest.
I think as a girl, is we are already humble, so we dare to ask this type of question.
Especially
but
girls with girls like I also feel.
So for if guy maybe they have ego, then they
That's true.
They won't want to
and
ask.
that's why girls can maybe be able to do even better, because they're willing to like just ask questions.
Yes.
All right, Leona, we've gone through like your whole journey and it's been amazing. But we're still very curious about your path ahead. Are there any major international races or racing series that you're targeting next in your career? Something you've not done?
I would like to race in different type of races in Europe as well. I mean, that's my dream to race in Nürburgring, Spa, and this kind of tracks that I always play in the game and been training so hard for. So actually this year I had a chance. We already paid the tickets to go to race in Spa.
Okay.
A team of 5 of us, and we paid the tickets. We already very eager to go in July. And then they had some issues with the fuel and everything.
Oh, okay.
So we had to cancel our trip. The race is still on, but we were very
because it costs more to
uncertain.
go, or because it was uncertain
There
to...
were at that time when
I
we made our
see. External
purchase.
factors.
Yes, due to external factor, we were uncertain about the future at that time. So we said maybe once everything is certain, maybe not next year we would race there.
So no, help me understand, because the race is still going on, but there's all these external factors about additional costs. So it's just you just unsure how much more you have to pay at the final stage.
Yeah.
Because it's not just one person.
Yeah.
It's a whole team.
Yes.
So unfortunately, you've decided to take a step back.
Yeah.
But what about the money that you've paid? Do you get a refund?
For the flight, we bought a refundable
You managed to
ticket,
get
but
refundable.
we just have a little bit of penalty. That's
A
all.
little bit. Oh, okay.
But we managed to get back. But to rent the team and all that.
Yeah, that one is
we haven't.
very uncertain. So I get it though. Like even personally, I planned a trip to Europe. Then I was like, you know what? I think let's just take a step back and then.
Yeah.
But I think next year will be better for you.
Yeah. So that's one of our team goals for this year and next year, to race in Spa. It's called a fun cup. So it's a 25-hour race. So we get to take turns to drive the fun car. A really fun car.
Oh, really fun car.
Yeah.
What is a fun car?
It's a Volkswagen Beetle, but the body, it looks like a Beetle, but inside
It's like a monster.
it's a monster car. It's just a frame.
Oh my
It's like a
goodness.
buggy car inside.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting. But the fact that you're driving on the Francorchamps Spa track,
yeah.
so it's like a bucket list already. And while we are going to go in Spa, we were hoping to go into Nürburgring and try out Nürburgring, which is the longest track in the world. One of the green hell, which is the most
Green hell.
They call it the green hell, the most difficult track in the world.
Why is that?
Because they have 100 over corners, and then it's like one lap also 10 minutes lah. But
But the faster cars.
but faster cars can go like 8 minutes, 7
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope one day I see your video there. So it's like a bucket list thing, right?
Yes, it's a bucket list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you'll go within the next 2 years for sure.
Yeah. Save up some money.
Yeah, now
ask
is the
for
time for you to
sponsorship.
save up a little bit, do good things with your money, and then you go.
Yeah.
All right, we also have a saving fund for emergency funds so that you don't have to cancel your trip.
Yes.
Well, now we've known where you want to go, but I want to know, to wrap this up, Leona, if you could race against any professional car driver in this world, anywhere in this world, you're given one chance only.
What?
Where would you go, and who will it be?
The person
And then I add on, you can have lunch after with this person
wow.
also.
So many.
Because I wanna know why.
Oh my god. There's so many F1 drivers that I idolize.
Who is your favorite? Is it a secret?
Charles Leclerc.
Wait, is it because of skills or is it because of looks?
both.
Okay.
Yeah, he's lovely, and of course he's very skillful.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pity for him this year, but
Yeah, I know. I'm so heartbroken for him.
but of course, if you ever have a chance to race with
Okay.
him, sit and have a chat, chat
because you
and
get to
race.
know about his
Yeah.
journey as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
I saw him afar because I was actually working in Shanghai for F1.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
As what?
Those hosts. So I guide the VIPs
Ah.
and I bring them around the track.
Wait, how do you
around
get the
paddock.
job? We all want to sign up for the job.
It's called expert host. So those that have experience in racing will most likely get a chance to get this. And then I got offered from a friend.
Oh my god! So who were you hosting?
a few of the VIPs or the Louis Vuitton VIPs. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So I bring them downstairs, then they get to mingle with the F1 drivers. And if they pass by, because the F1 drivers like to take their scooter and scoot
Yeah,
away.
okay.
But we met a few, like Alonso, we met Isaac Hajar, and we saw Max Verstappen walking really fast.
We even walking also he's fast.
And Lewis Hamilton, he was on his with his helmet on, and then he zoomed past also. So then managed to capture some photos with Nico Hülkenberg. Yeah, a few of the F1 drivers managed to capture, and then most of the time I guide the VIPs because they're not into F1 much, so I just guide them and say, okay, this is the pit, this where which F1 driver, which F1.
Okay, that's why they needed like an expert driver, because you can then teach them these things.
And I explain to them what's this tire color mean, because there's hard, there's soft, medium. Then I bring them around the place. Then after that, I usher them back up to their paddock. Then they have their drinks and watch the F1.
Wow, not easy, because as much as you are hosting them, it sounds like you're just hosting them, but then you have to also share information. You also have to educate them.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that really brings us to the end of the podcast. Any final advice you want to give to anybody who's an aspiring driver?
Yeah, the drivers means like to anyone who is interested into motorsports or any sports. If you put your heart and soul into something and never give up, you will eventually get to the podium or wherever your goal is, because you stick to your goal, your dreams, and that's what I did, and that's what you should do also.
Perseverance
Works.
And really just stay true to what you like. Some results will come out of perseverance.
Yes.
That's very nice. All right. It truly is the end of the podcast, but as usual, before we send our guests off, we always ask a very typical question, and it has nothing to do with driving. We want to know, what is as a Malaysian, proud Malaysian who has, insights, what is your favorite Malaysian food, and where would you recommend for us to have it? What's so funny?
I travel a lot.
Okay.
So every time I travel, come back, then I will always miss nasi lemak. So I will eat nasi lemak the first day I come back.
Oh my god, me
Malaysia.
too. When I travel also, I don't know why, but like there's just something about nasi lemak that says you're
Welcome
home.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Nasi
Okay, but
lemak.
like, do you have a favorite nasi lemak spot?
Because we are always flying, so the first one is nasi lemak in the air. You know which one is it?
I'll say it. It's a Santan one.
Yeah.
Okay, but that one actually legit is pretty good. But let's say back here in Malaysia,
In Malaysia,
what's your favorite?
I think the famous one is the Village Park, which is there's crunchy chicken. And
You gotta choose. You can choose one only. So if you can only have one final nasi lemak, right, before you leave Malaysia forever, I gotta make it extreme for you so you can imagine.
Yeah, Village Park nasi lemak.
Oh my god, me too. Exactly. I love Village Park nasi lemak. So
You can tapao the sambal overseas also.
then I eat for like 2 more weeks because I love that so much.
Yeah.
All right, so Leona's pick of Malaysian food will be Village Park nasi lemak. Village Park, if you're listening to this, Leona needs some more nasi lemak when she comes back from a trip,
Every time.
All right, that is it for today here on The Whole Story, right here on V On Air. If you are actually listening to us around Resorts World Genting, please do tag us. We want to hear from you. And if you like more stories about Malaysians, remember to follow us for more upcoming episodes, or remember our socials at Resorts World Genting. Thank you for listening to the episode. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.